Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. We're about to embark on a journey into the complex world of the covert narcissists. Ever wondered what happens behind the scenes, the secret life these individuals lead? It's a tale of two faces, one they meticulously craft for the public eye, and another hidden from view, filled with manipulation and abuse. In this deep dive, we'll unveil this stark contrast between their carefully cultivated public image and the reality that unfolds behind closed doors. So stay with me as we unravel the intricate web of the covert narcissist double life. But first, if you're new to my channel, I'd like to take a moment and welcome you and invite you to please subscribe and be sure and hit that notification bell because I put out new videos every week. Also, if you are interested in private one-on-one narcissistic abuse recovery coaching with me, please visit my website. It's linked in the description below. Okay, so today we're focusing on the covert narcissist, and we are going to explain in detail some of the differences between how they present themselves to the outside world versus how they manipulate, control, abuse, and deceive people behind closed doors. Because although they are much more hidden than the overt narcissist, they're still narcissists, and they are just as controlling and deceitful as any other narcissist. They're just better at disguising it. Remember, the name of the game for all narcissists is about control. That's what motivates their abusive behaviors. And the covert narcissist is not an exception to this rule. However, some of their abuse and manipulation tactics are slightly unique. And more than any other type of narcissist, their double lives are the most difficult to figure out and usually the most shocking. So let's start digging in. The first point on this topic is their use of what I call intrusive control. In public, the covert narcissist is known to present themselves as polite and respectful, very respectful of people's privacy, just like any other person you'd encounter. They try very hard to appear as if they respect your boundaries and your personal space. Covert narcissists understand basic societal norms and have worked very hard to present a public image that adheres to all acceptable behaviors. And pretending to respect and honor the rights of other people's boundaries and privacy is a part of their act. However, behind closed doors, they turn into something entirely different. They invade your privacy in ways you would not expect. This could apply to people in their family, personal friends, co-workers, partners, spouses, siblings, neighbors, you name it. So it could be as blatant as reading your personal diaries or messages without your consent, or it might involve eavesdropping on your conversations, attempting to gain insight into your thoughts and feelings, or getting information that they can use against you at a later date. This could even manifest into more serious tactics and possibly criminal behaviors like stalking and spying, where they follow you to gain information about you or even possibly setting up hidden cameras in the house, car, or office. You have to understand their use of intrusive control isn't just an invasion of your personal space. It's a means of control and manipulation. By knowing your secrets and vulnerabilities, they are much better equipped to maintain power and control over you. It's a way for them to stay one step ahead, to manipulate your thoughts and emotions, all the while maintaining their phony public facade. This is an example of the stark contrast between their public image and their private actions. Next, another example of their double life and complete hypocrisy and how they publicly portray themselves versus how they behave when they think no one important will find out is they exploit other people's vulnerabilities for personal gain. So in public, covert narcissists typically appear incredibly empathetic, understanding, and completely trustworthy. However, behind closed doors, it's not uncommon for these narcissists to utilize private and personal information against whoever they have in their crosshairs. So, for example, they may use secrets one of their children told them in confidence as a means of manipulation and control, or they might leverage the past mistakes of their spouse to throw in their face when they want to win an argument, trying to make them feel guilt and shame as part of the devalue cycle, and to keep them in a constant state of self-blame, making them feel indebted to the narcissist. Or they might exploit a coworker's fears and phobias about their work performance in an effort to get them to comply with the wishes of the narcissist. They could even exploit someone's financial vulnerabilities by controlling the access to money and resources as a form of leverage, or threaten to completely withdraw financial support from someone who is dependent on them in order to gain complete compliance of this person. None of these abuse tactics and manipulation tactics are foreign for the covert narcissist to use in an effort to dominate and control other people. However, this is in direct contrast to how they behave in public and the image they present to the outside world. Most people who do not know the narcissist behind closed doors wouldn't believe this is actually how they operate when they think no one is watching. Another example of the drastic contrast between a covert narcissist's public life and private life is their use of selective targeting. So publicly, this narcissist presents a facade of complete fairness and equality. They publicly model behavior that looks like they treat everyone fairly: their friends, their children, their extended family members, everyone. However, in the unfortunate event that you unknowingly produce a narcissistic injury in them, then you better watch out. No one holds a grudge like a covert narcissist, and if you piss them off, like all narcissists, they will seek some form of revenge. And this is where their selective targeting of someone they are displeased with becomes activated. So this could manifest as spreading nasty rumors about the person they are angry with, which could be real information this person told them in confidence, or just complete lies. Most times they will present this information to the people they are trying to influence as concern based out of love, when nothing could be further from the truth. However, they'll present the smear of their targets in this way so as not to give their cover away. So they look as if they are just worried and concerned about this person that they care so deeply about, not like they're being cruel and manipulative. Another way this could present itself is through sabotaging an important opportunity for this person. For example, they may try to undermine their chances of a promotion or destroying a work project or presentation. Sometimes this will manifest as social isolation, where they work very hard behind the scenes to turn this person's family, friends, or colleagues against them. Triangulation is a favorite of the covert narcissist. Or in the context of a romantic relationship, they may suddenly start withholding love, affection, intimacy, or emotional support to their partner until they comply with whatever it is that they want. And unfortunately, covert narcissists have supernatural levels of commitment to their agendas. So this type of manipulative behavior could go on for days, weeks, months, or even years in extreme cases. Next, another very common discrepancy between a covert narcissist's public image and their behavior behind closed doors is their emotional instability, mood swings, and how they use that to get what they want. So in public and in front of the people who know this narcissist in their community, they usually believe the narcissist is the epitome of stability. All they have seen is the narcissist respond to different situations with incredible composure. It's not uncommon for people to believe the narcissist even acts with impeccable class and grace. They seem as calm and steady as anyone could be in public. However, in private and behind closed doors, they live on an emotional roller coaster, and they subject everyone in their household to massive mood swings and emotional outbursts when they feel safe and away from people they deem as important. They usually alternate between affection and extreme anger or withdraw to keep their family members on edge, which makes them much more compliant to adhere to their wishes. Another way they use emotional instability to control family members is with threats of abandonment, where they make threats of divorce or to leave the family, which, this is yet another manipulation tactic they use to get their way. Guilt-tripping family members is another one of their favorite control tactics, where they oscillate between intense affection and cold detachment to make their family members feel guilty for real or just completely, imaginary wrongdoings. Emotional blackmail is another one they use a lot, where the narcissist might even threaten to self-harm or pretend to have some kind of an emotional breakdown to make their family comply with their wishes. This type of extreme emotional instability puts immense pressure on the family and conditions them to do whatever they can on a daily basis to prevent them from having these outbursts. Yet people who only know their public persona have no clue this is who this person really is. Another fact that most people would be shocked to know about this narcissist is that they are famous for utilizing scapegoating and blame shifting to manipulate and control the people in their lives. Publicly, these covert narcissists appear to be reasonable problem solvers, but behind closed doors, they are anything but that. They, like all narcissists, want to always escape any form of accountability or responsibility for anything they view as negative, but don't want to modify their behavior to make sure they don't do things that are wrong or abusive. So what they do instead is unfairly blame and scapegoat specific family